What is going on, everyone? I talked about this a little bit in the video I made this morning in terms of the Eagles and looking at them after the first 4 games because it's somewhat of a mark where you can assess the team to a degree. The first month is over, September football's done. What is the team like? How is that 2-2 record really broken down? And since the Birds didn't play today, I figured why not look at the Cowboys, the Giants, the Redskins, and see where they are at and assess them after 4 games. And not just that, we'll take a look around what happened on Sunday as a whole, just because, listen, no Eagles football, and I still want to talk about some things, okay? But before we dive into it, just know that I can give you free money. Use the promo code BROAD for $20 off of your SeatGeek's total purchase. Use the promo code BROADS now. The Dallas Cowboys lost. They lost in New Orleans for their first loss of the season. Now, I'm not going to be one of those Eagles fans that just say, ha, they suck. They finally faced a real team and they suck. No, I'm not going to do that. Do I think the Cowboys are a horrendous football team now because they fell in the Superdome to a team without Drew Brees? No, I don't think that at all. But what I do think is they saw a little bit of reality. They needed a smack in the face. They got a smack in the face. Because, let's be real, their first 3 games were against dumpster fire teams. The Giants, the Redskins, the Miami Dolphins. Well, tonight, they faced a really good defense. They had Lattimore shut down Amari Cooper. Be a pest all night. Be aggressive. Hands all in his face. Be annoying. Shut him down. How about that defense that stopped the run game? Zeke had 35 total yards. Are you kidding me? And it seemed like every first down, run, every first down, run, every first down, run. I mean, I can see that from my TV, right? You would think at some point these NFL coaches would see that on the other sideline as well. In theory, it makes sense. You know Zeke can get you 3-4 yards. Well, 2nd and 6, doable. Right? I mean, in theory, that sounds good. But you got to be better. Because the Dallas Cowboys can be effective on first down, throwing the ball at times as well. So, the final score was 12-10. Yes, there was no Drew Brees, but I thought Teddy Bridgewater did just a fine job managing the game. He did what a backup quarterback is supposed to do. He managed the game. There was one time where he made an obnoxiously horrendous mistake where the Saints were in field goal territory. It was a 2-point game late, and he got sacked. And he pushed the Saints out of field goal territory. And I thought at that point, the Cowboys might have a chance to win this game because all they needed was a field goal. But Dallas's offensive line struggled. Their run game struggled. Their passing game struggled. They saw a real defense today. They did. They saw a real defense, and they fell, but it doesn't mean they're a horrendous football team. They essentially needed that. They needed a punch in the jaw. Like, yo, all right, we get it. You won some football games. You won the first 3, but there's some real squads out there as well. But they don't stink now. They are 3-1, and they have Green Bay in Dallas next. It could be very telling. That 3-0 can fall to a 3-2 real quick. Or 4-1, and they bounce back, and they continue to play hot football. But I'm not going to be an obnoxious Eagles fan and just rip them apart for going away and losing. Because, listen, we fell to the Falcons, all right? The Eagles fell to the Falcons, and the Falcons stink. They stink. They lost to the Titans today in Atlanta. They're a horrendous football team. Well, the Eagles fell to them. Now, the Lions, not as bad as we might have expected them to be when you look at the team name before the season started, because they went toe-to-toe with the Kansas City Chiefs, and Pat Mahomes had to make a miraculous run there late to put the Chiefs in position to win. But the Lions battled so hard, so that loss doesn't seem as bad as we once thought it was. But we lost to some teams that aren't at our level, so we think. Well, that's the same exact thing that just happened with the Dallas Cowboys, in my opinion. So, Dallas, 3-1 after 4. The Birds, 2-2 after 4. The New York Giants, 2-2 after 4. Daniel Jones has stepped in, but they beat the Buccaneers, and The Buccaneers shot themselves in the foot. You had Bruce Arians thinking way too much. He ended up taking a penalty so the field goal would be farther away, and they end up missing it. The Buccaneers should have beaten the Giants, all right? So the Giants escaped with that victory, and then they beat up on the dead Washington Redskins today. Yes, Daniel Jones made some things happen, but you had Haskins on the other side, who was horrendous. I mean, he was god-awful, but when you look at the Redskins organization, they are the Browns. Like, they are the new Browns. The team that nobody wants to play with. No one wants to be there. No one believes in the head coach. The team has just died. There's no energy surrounding that team. No one cares in that locker room. The culture's dog crap. So, good for the Giants for beating up on the Redskins, but that's not saying much. The Redskins are atrocious. They are the new Browns. Nobody wants to be associated with that logo at all because they're a joke. They are a joke. But as of right now, the Giants are 2-2 after 4, but they got some tough games coming up. The Vikings, who they're not great, but I believe they're better than the Giants. But who knows? Because Kirk Cousins put on display today that he is awful and couldn't beat Chase Daniel. Now, I understand he doesn't go up 1-on-1 against Chase Daniel. He needs to face an elite Bears defense. But Kirk Cousins, holy hell, does he stink. But I believe the Vikings are still better than the Giants, and the Giants have the Patriots as well in Foxborough. So their next 2 games are going to be a tough test, if you will. What is Daniel Jones really made of? But I can't get over this Washington Redskins 0-4 team. I mean, talk about abysmal. It's embarrassing. It really is. I could not imagine rooting for a team that's going through a season like that. At least with the Miami Dolphins, you understand they're awful and their talent is crap and they have nothing going for them. The Redskins is on another level. The Dolphins accept the tank. Let's sell all of our players. We're going to rebuild this way. There's somewhat of structure involved with their hideous, ugly football because they're tanking on purpose. The Redskins are just bad, not on purpose. So that's where the division, the NFC East, stands as of right now. There were some other crazy storylines from today. The Bucs score 55 points in LA on the Rams, and you have Jared Goff throwing 3 interceptions, over 500 yards, and threw the ball 68 times. That just can't happen. And I'm sorry, I don't know how you are on the Rams defense and allow 55 points to Jameis Winston and that offense over there in Tampa Bay. That is a brutal loss, and it's sickening. It's sickening to think about if you're a Rams fan. It's unbelievable. How about Minshew? He does it again. He brings the Jags down the field late for them to win with a field goal. And this is something that is truly remarkable. This guy is crazy. He really is. He's just crazy. And Denver, 0-4. Denver is 0-4. Now, if I'm the Eagles, you look at their cornerbacks and say, okay, we got a cornerback out there. Chris Harris, how about it? Veteran guy, experience, better than what we have. You don't have to give up too much. We need help. We desperately need help. They're a dumpster fire 0-4 squad. That win can really help out the Eagles. That win for the Jags can really help out the Eagles. The Browns dropped 40 points in Baltimore. And how about Nick Chubb with the elite run there going bang, bang, right by all the defenders in Baltimore and takes it to the house for a monstrous touchdown, a big touchdown, because the Ravens would score every time the Browns did. Like, it was literally, people were scoring left and right, and then boom, the Browns just continued to score, and it looked like their offense was actually clicking for once. And lastly here, something that stood out to me, the Bills facing the Patriots. The Patriots win the game, but the Bills' defense stopped Tom Brady 3 and out, super late in this game. Important moments. Well, Josh Allen gets rocked head-to-head. The dude doesn't even get kicked out of the game. And then after the game, you have the Bills players complaining, saying, if we did that to Tom Brady, you know for a fact we get kicked out of the game. And it is the truth. I mean, this hit was disgusting. It was totally 100% everything you're supposed to take out of this game and everything you're teaching to get out of the game. It was that. When you show what not to do, you show that clip. And because it was Josh Allen and not Tom Brady, not Drew Brees, not Aaron Rodgers, nothing happened. Just a flag. It's a joke. It's a joke. But the Bills made plays late defensively. The problem is they have no offense. And I realistically wouldn't have believed that Josh Allen would have made those plays late either. Okay, I just wouldn't have. Because I don't know what Josh Allen really is. I'm not this big believer in him either. But the problem is, their offense, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. They were a fake 3-0 team going into this game. But defensively, they can hang. The problem is, what does that get you if you can't score at all? So the Patriots continue to be at the top and undefeated. Shocker. So let me know your thoughts down below on this NFC East talk, on the Dallas Cowboys, the Giants, Daniel Jones, the Redskins, and anything else that happened on this Sunday without Eagles football. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and I will see you next time.